So, I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my journey through semen retention, and one of them is, how do I control sexual urges? How do you control sexual urges? I really like this question because this is a very important part of being on semen retention. It's a very important part. And really it determines if you'll be successful or not. So this is a very important question. And I want to start out by saying this. I've been on this journey for over 3 years now. And right now, I don't really control the urges as much, because after a certain point, it's like it becomes a lifestyle and you just become on cruise control. So I'm on cruise control right now, but in the beginning, like I would say the first 90 days, oh yeah, I had to really exhibit some self-control. So, but also to add on to that, it's normal to have sexual urges. Like, it's a part of your biology and your nature to have urges, like to reproduce, to meet a woman, and when you meet a woman, you know, to think about what it'd be like to be intimate with her, or what it'd be like to have sex with her, what it'd be like. It's something, depending on how you feeling, you might even think about what it'd be like to even have a family with her. And all the intimacy and sex comes prior to that, obviously. So it's a very good question. But I believe that, however, you gotta not let these urges to control. You gotta have the willpower to not allow these urges to dictate how you move and progress in life. So with that said, here's some of the things I do to control my sexual urges. So for one, I occupy my mind with productive activities. This is like working out. Don't have to go to the gym. You could just do some push-ups, do some squats. Hey, Andrew Tate had a 500 push-up challenge. Man, do it. Do it. Like, it would really occupy your mind, because you'd be focused. Like, if you could get up and do 500 push-ups, I mean, especially for somebody that doesn't work out a lot, that's really saying something. That's really a testament of how strong you really are and how strong you can become. And doing stuff like this will occupy your mind. You won't really be thinking about sex as much. You'll be trying to figure out how you're gonna get to the next, to get to 200, get to 300, 350. I did this push-up challenge, and I did 560. I got so motivated. I was like, you know, I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna do more than 500. And I got up to 560 before I got like really tired. Chest got really tight. But it took me about 2 hours. I started late. I started at like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. I was watching YouTube videos, and that video came up, and he was like, stop being a bitch, stop being a pussy. I thought it was funny. But I was like, you know what? I could do 500 push-ups. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But that's besides the point. I'm gonna continue. So also, you could do to occupy your mind is learn a new skill. Something that you've been putting off, something that you've been wanting to learn. Take that painting class, get that certification. Go, take that writing class, public speaking, stocks, whatever you want to do. Also, journaling. I write a lot. I do a whole lot of writing. I write down my thoughts. I write down how I feel in the day. I also write down my conversations with God. I write down what God says to me in red ink, and I write down what I say to God in black ink. Research something interesting. I mean, like, just like learning something new. Like, just research something, like some documentaries, just learn about life or like other cultures and stuff like that. Also, you can occupy your mind by planning out your next day. What are you gonna do the next day? How's that day gonna go? Probably when you're gonna wake up, what you gonna have for breakfast, stuff like that. Or also, you can talk to a cool friend. I got a couple cool friends I talk to. I love those guys. They get me through the day. Sometimes they help me not think about my sexual urges, and when they talk about girls, that makes it a little hard. But but still, I mean, you could. There are some people that you can talk to, not necessarily about semen retention, but just talking to them about some of the things about life, or about anything, or just laughing and talking to them can really occupy your mind. Family member, brother, sister, something like that. So number 2, what I do to control my sexual urges is that I stay away from like scandalous images. Like, so I use social media now because it's productive for what I'm trying to do for this channel, but I try to gear my content towards my feed towards stuff that actually benefits me, makes me a better person, learn something new. I love learning new things, and that could be just me, but it's like information is like food for the brain. So I like to feed my brain, and anything that you consume, let me just put this out there. Everything that you do, you surround yourself with, you're consuming. So the type of music you listen to, you're consuming that content. That stuff affects you spiritually. So with that said, when you get on social media, you see, if you're trying to do semen retention, looking at girls on Instagram and twerking and stuff and showing all their cleavage and walking away, they showing how they walk away from the camera. I mean, I know it looked good, but I mean, do you really need that though? Is that really doing anything for you? It isn't. So if you're really trying to control your urges, then looking at stuff like that is not going to help. Obviously, stay away from porn, because that's just weird. I honestly just think that watching porn is just weird. It's just weird to me, and it's not good for you. I mean, wouldn't you rather have that real experience yourself with somebody that's, vibrating at your spiritual level or higher? Like, I know I would. That's one reason to start this journey. Number 3, I do things to calm my nerves. So that includes meditation. I do meditate, journaling, clean your house, clean your room, clean your apartment. Cleaning up really does wonders for your spirit and your well-being. And it's really hard to be thinking about having sex while you're cleaning up. And especially me, because I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I like for stuff to be clean the right way, and so it's kind of hard to focus on like having sex and stuff when you're trying to make sure your house is as clean as possible. Decorating your house, like stuff like that, will calm you down. It'll make you feel good. You ain't gonna be thinking about that while you're trying to make sure you get the right size picture frame and such. I take cold showers. I do. That's another thing I do to calm my nerves. It's so many benefits to cold showers. Like, I literally can make a whole video just about that. And I probably will at some point, because I just love them. Like, you don't even have to just jump in cold. I mean, that's a very invigorating thing to do, just to jump in straight into a cold shower. That feels so good. But you can start off warm and then end with cold. And that's great too. That's beneficial too, because there are benefits to taking a cold, warm shower. Like, to me, hot showers are just disgusting to me. I'll do warm, and then I'll go to cold. If I really want to really give myself a jolt, I just jump in. It's cold, and I just take it. You know, you can go without. That builds character. Go without warm water. You don't need that. You know, you don't always need that. But now I got to a point now where like every shower I take, it either starts and ends cold or it starts warm and ends cold. Seriously, like it's got to be cold at some point. I love it. It's great for your skin. It's great for your mind. Great for your immune system. Man, cold showers calms your nerves. Helps you rebuild muscle. Like if you went to the gym, you went in, go take a cold shower. Man, what I really want to do is take an ice bath. I think I'm ready for that. We gonna see how that is. I'm sure that's the business. And the fourth thing I do is focus on my goals. Make your self-improvement a priority. So, I mean, that goes along with a lot of other things I said, but to add on to that, like when, like say you have a job or you have a business, or like just making sure that you do the best at it, you do well, and you just try your best at everything you do. That just puts, I mean, I can only speak for me, but I'm sure that, you know, if you adopt some of these things, it can help you too. But when you're focused on doing your best at things, it's like sex and having sex is like one of the last things on your mind. When you just like don't half-ass. Like when you half-ass, I kind of feel like you're trying to just get it over with so you can get to something else that makes you happy. Like you just chasing pleasure. Like, and I mean, chasing pleasure don't necessarily lead to anything long-term beneficial. Like that's just good for now. And I mean, it's good to live in a moment sometimes, but right now we're talking about controlling sexual urges. So if we're talking about controlling your sexual urges, then you know, put your all into putting that bookshelf together. Put your all into building that network map. Put your all into building that computer. Put your all into that workout. You know, write down. Another thing I do is I write down my ideas. I do a lot, like I said earlier, I do a lot of writing. If I come up with a cool idea, I write it down so I won't forget it. I'll come back to it and maybe actually try to execute it. You probably should try to execute that idea. If it's a good idea, then, you know, work at it. This will also divert your attention from sexual images in your mind. And you just, and obviously you gotta take chances, okay? Like that's like, I mean, it's gonna be really hard to be successful and to even focus on your goals if you're not willing to take any chances. So that's how I've been getting by these 3 years, and it's been ultimately beneficial for me. My life has changed dramatically since I started this journey, and controlling my sexual urges has been a huge benefit. Now, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm just a saint now, because I'm not. Like, I'm still a human being. I still see girls and I be like, dang, she fine. But it don't be like I just want to hit and stuff like that. Like, I'm in a whole different place now, and I think that should be the goal if you're on semen retention, is to better yourself and get yourself to a point where everything ain't about sex. So, but that's just my message from the mind of Ivo. If you stuck through this and watched the whole thing, I really appreciate you. If you really like my content, I would invite you to subscribe. I've been checking my analytics, and it shows that 96% of the people that watch my videos aren't even subscribed. Ain't that something? 96% of y'all don't even subscribe to me. That's kind of crazy. Like, that's crazy. But I mean, I'm still glad that you watched. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. And I just want to say to give people their roses before they're gone. All right? Have a good one. Just take it, you know? Oh my God. That was good. That felt so good. Oh my God. Oh my God, that felt so good. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love being me. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. just take it, you know?